Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Merry Christmas Eve. I bet you didn't think I was going to post a video tonight, did you? Or today, I don't know when I'm going to be posting this because it is currently, I just looked at the time on the microwave when I came out here because I just made a cup of coffee in my tartan plaid red cup that I got a couple years ago. I made the Barney's Santa's White Christmas coffee with several pumps, I think I put like 6 pumps of the toasted marshmallow in there. So got my coffee and I have 2 candles out here, but I just brought this new candle. I was sent these candles from the Lake Erie Candle Company. I love these candles that I was sent. I went through the first box that had 2 candles in them, and this is the second box. And this is Sleigh Ride, which smells kind of like vanilla with like pine in it. So I was like worried that this lighter wasn't gonna work because it's been sitting out here. So I bought another lighter out here, but I'll put it in my pocket. And then I have this nutmeg candle that I got from Trader Joe's. I think I may have just like cut the wick down. Oh, I didn't know it lit. Okay, I'm gonna have that candle. And then I'm not gonna light the other candle. You know what I just realized? I have not lit inside the house any of my Bath & Body Works Perfect Christmas candle, which is like literally one of my favorite, other than Champagne Toast. It's like my favorite candle from Bath & Body Works. This is called, I think, 'Tis the Season. Well, we'll light it because you know what? 'Tis the season. It's Christmas Eve. Why not light all the candles? So, are you guys surprised to see me today? Did you think you weren't going to get a video from me today? Well, I wasn't going to film a video for Christmas Eve, a vlog. I have on my drama channel a big announcement that I'm making about a project that I'm doing. So that's probably, if you're watching this, that's been posted already. So I filmed that, I think I filmed it 2 days ago, yesterday. I don't remember what day I posted or filmed it, but I already have that ready and scheduled to be posted, I think at 2:30 or something like that. So my plan was today, so it's right now, it's like, when I came out here, I looked at the clock on the microwave, it said 2:41. It's 2:41 on early in the morning on Christmas Eve, going into Christmas Eve. And so I just sat out here. I was trying to get caught up on all of my cameos so that everybody got them in time for Christmas, which was so funny because the majority of them weren't even Christmas cameos. They were like birthdays. So many people that have birthdays on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day that people are like, I want to do something special, because they never get to do anything special for their birthday because their birthday falls on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I got a lot of those. I got a lot of like sobriety birthday cameos, which was really cool. A lot of pep talks of people just like struggling around the holidays. You can ask for like a pep talk, you know. So I got a lot of like pep talks and stuff like that. So I literally just sat out here and did 10 cameos in a row. and I did, you know, some earlier and stuff like that. So I am completely caught up on all of my cameos because I am taking tomorrow and Sunday and Monday off, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I'm just like, I'm not going to film anything. If I get some more cameos so that people get them in time for the holidays, I won't get that many. So if I get a few, I'll probably try to do those tomorrow. But other than that, I don't plan to be back until Tuesday. So I just want to let you know that. I'm not going to be filming a vlog or anything on, well, I guess tomorrow is Sunday, isn't it? On Monday. So on Monday, I won't be filming anything on any of my channels. I won't be posting any videos on any of my channels. And in fact, we don't have to be at Alex's aunt's house tomorrow until 7. So I was like, well, I could get up and I could film this. I was like, no, you just need to take a day. Just take a day and enjoy it with your husband and things like that. And then go and enjoy time with your family. You know, I've talked about this a lot, but I'm really trying to practice being present in my life and just enjoying being with people and being present. And the last couple days, I've really done very well at practicing that. And I think going into 2024, that's going to probably be one of my biggest goals, is going to be just to be present and enjoy the moment. Whatever I'm offered, whatever comes my way. I'm not a very spontaneous person. And even when people like say something to me like, do you want to do something on Friday? I'm kind of like, let's wait. I'll let you guys know in a couple days or whatever. And I think I've just gotten very comfortable like being at home and whatever. And I think I'm missing out a lot on life because I just don't go do a lot, even though I am asked to do things. And so I need to be present in the moment. I need to be enjoying, things in my life more, opportunities that I can't recreate and things like that. And so I'm really trying to do that. So today, I plan to post a vlog. I did this rant video, this Christmas rant video that I was actually planning on filming for Christmas Day to have posted on Christmas Day. But then I was like, I don't really want to do, it's the holiday season. I just don't really want to do some like drama video where I get real heated and get real upset about, all this drama of the world. So I was like, I'm just going to do this rant video and I'm going to post it today because people probably, other than people that aren't doing anything for the holidays or don't celebrate the holidays or can't be with family or friends this year, there's not going to be, people probably aren't going to be watching that on Christmas Day. And then after Christmas Day, who's going to want to watch a Christmas rant? Probably, even though I said I could film another one after Christmas, but I might. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do that, but I was like, I'm just going to film it today. Then people can watch it tomorrow on Christmas Eve while they're getting ready for stuff or wrapping presents, or they can watch it on Christmas Day if they're by themselves or whatever, right? So how today was going to go and how it went were completely different because, I'll talk about last night in a second, but we got home very late last night and then I stayed up even later watching TV, and so I slept in today. It was so nice sleeping in with my husband and little Boo Radley, and we got up slowly and just kind of enjoyed a little bit of our day and stuff like that, and then we had some places we had to go to run some errands and do some stuff, right? And so I didn't get back here until after 3. And we had to be at his mom's house at 6. So I filmed the rant video, which I thought would only be 30 minutes. And those videos over there are becoming very long. And so I thought I would, be 30 minutes and then I could sit down and I could film an hour vlog. Well, what ended up happening was, I think I started filming at 3:20 or 3:30. And so when I got done, it was an hour and 5 minutes. When I got done, it was 4:30 or 4:40 or something. I don't know when I started filming that video. I can't remember. But maybe it was earlier than that. I can't remember. Well, when I got done with that, then we had to run somewhere else that we had forgotten. And so we did that and came back. And then I'm doing wash. So I had something to wear for tonight. Plus all of my hoodies that I wear around the house just to relax. And all my sweat pants and stuff like that were all in the laundry bin. So I had to wash all that so I could just kind of wear them through the next couple of days and just watch movies and just be comfortable around the house and stuff. And so I'm doing that. I'm trying to get this video up. I'm trying to upload it. All this kind of stuff, right? And I look at the clock, and we had to be at his mom's house at 6, which meant we had to, I asked him, I was like, when do you want to leave here? And he said 5:30. And I said, because we were doing his mom was having, it was supposed to be this big Christmas party, but it didn't end up being that. I thought she had invited a bunch of people, but it was really it started, well, what it really started was that when we had gone to that event at the opening of the Restoration Hardware place here in Indianapolis, they have a really nice restaurant there. And so on Thanksgiving, Alex had mentioned to all of his family we were talking about the place and how nice it was. And they were like, oh, we would love to go there. So Alex tried to book reservations to go there. Well, they don't take reservations over, I think, 6 people. They don't do large parties there or something yet. I don't think, or maybe they couldn't for tonight. And so then Alex was like, well, I'm just going to book another restaurant. We'll just book a room somewhere, because it was going to be Alex's mom, myself, Alex, Carlos, Liliana, the kids, Jesse, Fufu, and then a friend of Carlos and Liliana's that's visiting them right now. So it's going to be 10 of us. And so I said to Alex, I go, why don't we just do it at your mom's house? And we just kind of hang out there and talk and whatever and play music. And then we can bring in a bunch of food or whatever. And he was like, that's actually not a bad idea. Why don't we just do that? Because I said, it's going to be so relaxed. Jesse and Fufu have been traveling and stuff. So that was what they planned. And that was why they went to Costco, so that she was wanting to make all this food. So she was going to make a pot of chili and stuff like that. So when I looked at the clock, when I was uploading this video, it was 4:40 or something like that. And I was like, this video, I have to start getting ready at 5. This vlog is going to be 20 minutes. And I was like, okay, you're just not going to post a vlog today. You're just not going to post a vlog so that you can take time, you can relax, and instead of like hurrying in 15 or 20, this is me practicing trying to be present a little bit. Instead of hurrying and getting ready in 15 minutes and be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, and then, you know, like Alex standing by the front door like, okay, we need to leave, we're already 15 minutes late. I was like, I'm just gonna like not vlog today, and I'm just gonna, you know, take my time and enjoy myself and pick out a cute outfit and all that kind of stuff, right? And so that's what I did, and I just was like, you know what, I'm just going to live in the moment, I'm just going to be present and whatever. But like, I felt so bad because I've like made it a point of wanting to pre-film videos and vlog and stuff, and I was like, you know what, also live by example, you know, and this is what you wanted to do, and it didn't happen the way that you wanted to do it. You wanted to pre-film all these videos, that didn't happen, you know, so it is what it is. You didn't get it done, you know, and don't beat yourself up for it, and it's not like people aren't going to understand it, because you guys are always so kind to me, you know, and, you know, and in all honesty, I was like, because whenever I say I'm like going to take a day off, there's so many comments in the comment sections, you know, and people are like, just take time, enjoy, spend time with, you know, your family and whatever. And like, that's so helpful to me, because then I'm like, yeah, just like enjoy your time. Like, they get it, right? You know, and they understand that you want to go do this. Like, they're going to be totally fine, you know? And it's not like I make videos, to be honest with you, like, I feel like people are going to be upset. It's never about that, right? It's always like, I feel like so blessed that people want to watch my videos that I want to give back, you know? And this year especially, I was like, I know there's a lot of people that don't celebrate the holidays or don't have people to spend the holidays with, and for them, I want to do this. And it just didn't happen, you know? And so I was like, I'm not going to beat myself up about this. I'm just going to enjoy my time and do the best that I can. So I have this video going up tomorrow on my drama channel, and then I was like, when I came home tonight, my plan was to get up tomorrow and just film a vlog, because we don't have to be there till 7. So I was like, I can film a vlog tomorrow, you know? And so we were on our way home, we were driving, and Alex and I were talking, and we got home about like 12:45 or something. No, we got home at like 1, because like right before we were turning in here, I looked at the clock on his thing, and on his screen, and it said 12:55. So we got home like right at about 1, took Boo Radley out, gave him his medicine, then Alex was like, I'm going right to bed. And he was like, are you going to stay up and watch shows? And I was like, I want to watch some Christmas movies is what I want to do. I can wait till Tuesday to watch Vanderpump Rules, you know, I want to watch some shows, Christmas shows. And so he was like, okay, well, I'm going to bed. I mean, he was like, I was talking to him in bed. We were like hanging out with Boo Radley. Boo Radley like was so, like, we got home, like we took him out, he was so tired, he didn't even come to the top of the stairs. And finally I was like, I started going up the stairs, and he came down, poked his head through, and I was like, are you still asleep? He like was half asleep. Well, then I took him outside, gave him his medicine, and we put him on the bed, and he was like running around the bed, acting crazy, wanting to play and stuff like that. It was so cute. Well, while Alex and I are talking to the dog, Alex is like, his eyes are like a dog's eyes. He's like falling asleep. I go, you're falling asleep? He goes, I know, I'm so tired. I go, okay. He goes, what are you going to do? And I said, well, actually, I think I'm going to try to, you know, get these cameos done. And then I'm going to film my vlog tonight that I was going to do tomorrow. That way, I can just enjoy Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And I know also that I have a vlog that's going to go up tomorrow, because I really wanted to have a vlog one of these days. And there was no way I wasn't going to vlog for 3 days in a row. That just wasn't going to be, you know? So, yeah, so that's why I'm vlogging right now. And it's actually very nice. It's kind of weird. Like, whenever I take, like, a day off, I know this is going to sound crazy, but it kind of feels like the only thing I compare it to is, you know, I always miss making videos, even on the days that I take days off, but it also kind of feels like the day before, like, you know, when you're like your last day of work and you're going on vacation, and like at 5 o'clock you're like done, like, it's kind of how it feels. And I'm like, it feels kind of like serendipitous that my last video before taking, I mean, when's the last time I took 2 days off, right? Like, the last video that I'm filming before taking 2 days off is my vlog on Christmas Eve. Like, it feels, I don't know, very special for some reason, you know? I mean, this channel, I was just saying this earlier in a Cameo, but like, this channel is my heartstone. I love this channel, you know? And I love talking to you guys and just kind of sharing stuff with you. And so, for this to be my last video that I'm making two days, I know it's 2 days. People are like, 2 days, Peter? Like, there's literally YouTubers that don't post, like, except for every other week, right? And you're like upset because you didn't post 7 videos today. But no, like, that is kind of how I think, you know? But, so yeah, so this is my send-off for the next 2 days. And I'm really excited about it, to be honest with you, just to wake up with Alex tomorrow and get some presents wrapped and stuff. I'm sure we'll have to run and do a couple errands and stuff, and then go to his aunt's house tomorrow night and whatever. So last night, my plan was that I was going to, well, I filmed 6 videos yesterday, and then I think I filmed a total of 7. Oh, yesterday was when I filmed. So when I say yesterday, what I mean was, what is today? Saturday, so I mean Friday. Friday, because I didn't film on Saturday. So, I didn't film a vlog on Saturday. So, Friday, my plan had always been, because Alex was going out, I thought it was just Carlos to begin with, and then I found out it was Fufu, and I didn't know, because he's in town, and I didn't know that his wife Jessie, I thought she was still at her parents' house, that she wasn't, because her parents live like a couple hours north. I didn't think she was going to be down here till tomorrow or something, and I didn't think she was going to this thing. Well, then I found out that it was Carlos and Liliana. It was this Venezuelan concert at this like Latino bar here in town. It's like kind of like a space, like a venue. It's like a big venue where they have like bands and stuff like that. There was this like Venezuelan band that was playing, and Carlos and Liliana had arranged it, and they were going with this like friend of theirs that's staying with them right now visiting, and then like Alex and then Fufu and Jessie were going, and I'm like, I'm going. Like, I'm not gonna like not go to this thing and like hang out with my brother-in-laws and their wives. Like, this is fun, you know? And my plan had been to stay home last night and just film videos back to back to back, to have videos up, you know, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And I was like, no, like, it's important for me to live in the moment and be present. And so last night I got done with the 7th video, which is my video for tomorrow, and I have to just be honest with you, I was like fried. I just was like, I don't think even if I stayed home I could film one more video. Like, I'm done. Like, I was like kind of losing my voice. I could hardly talk. I was like stumbling over my words. I was like, and at that point I had like 2 hours left, because we didn't go there last night until we got there. We got there at 11, so we left her about quarter till, because it was not too far from us. We left her about a quarter till 11. So I got to relax for like 2 hours, something like 2 hours or an hour and a half or something like that, and took a shower and all this kind of stuff. And I have all these thrift store shirts in my closet that are kind of like between won't fit and might fit. And one of them I just pulled out last night. I was like, I had 2 shirts, like this one that was kind of like vintage flannel. And then I had this other one that was the shirt that I ended up wearing that was blue, like blue plaid. I loved this shirt back in the day. And I put it on over this t-shirt. Now, it wouldn't button and be comfortable, but it like looked great over a t-shirt and fit perfectly. And it was so funny because I showed up and everybody was like, you and Fufu have the same shirt on. And I looked, it was like very similar shirt. It was just a little different than mine, but it was a very similar shirt. So we ended up going out last night to this bar. They played like all this music that I love. They like current music, because they had like a DJ that played before and after the band. And so it was like a lot of like current Latino music. And then we all went together and it was so much fun. We danced the whole night. Some of Alex's cousins were there and stuff like that, and their wives, and just a lot of people that Carlos and Liliana knew, and they were so nice and so friendly, and we had so much fun. We danced the whole night. I danced the whole night, and just were silly and funny, and we did not leave there until the bar closed. I mean, we left there at like 3:15 or something like that. We had such a good time. It was so much fun. Jessie and I hung out the whole night talking and stuff like that, and I just love so much that I have like a new sister-in-law as well. Like, I don't know. She and I are very similar in how we like look at the world and stuff. So we had such a good time last night, and to be honest with you, it was really the lesson I needed to just teach myself, like, okay, Peter, you need to just, you're not going to get everything done that you want to get done in a day, and stop using it as an excuse to not do things, you know, like take a nap, then end up going out and enjoying yourself and living your life. Like, you know, I want to live my life. I want to enjoy things, you know, and so that's really one of my goals in 2024. And that doesn't mean that I'm not going to film videos. I'm still going to film the same amount of videos that I was filming before, right? But I'm going to go to the things, you know, and I'm going to do those things, even if they're things that, like, my social anxiety tells me, like, you're going to be into. I mean, like, last night, I was like, I don't know a lot of these people other than my, you know, my brother-in-laws and their wives. I don't know all these. I mean, those situations, I know it sounds strange, but they're very uncomfortable for me. And I went, and I just was like, just let go and have fun. And I had such a great time last night. It was so fun. I didn't care who saw me dancing. I care who thought I was silly. It was just like, it was so much fun. So I have a little sip of this coffee. So I'm so glad that I went. And other than just like having an amazing time, you know, Carlos and I had such a great time together. Liliana and I mean, Fufu and I, all of us had such a great time together. Alex and I were dancing. Carlos and I were dancing at one point and stuff, and together, and it just was so much fun, you know. But other than that, like, I came home, and this is like the thing with social anxiety, is I always am so apprehensive. Like, a lot of the things that I say no to, not just like doing things with Alex. I think it's, people always think it's like doing things with Alex. I'm invited to do a lot of things that Alex isn't invited to go to, because they're like things that like sobriety friends of mine. Well, first of all, he wouldn't want to go to do those things, right? But like, you know, he has his group of friends that he does some stuff with, like his girlfriends, and I have a group. But often I don't want to do those things because they'll ask me to do things, and I'm like, okay, like it's a large crowd or it's whatever, and like I'm real uncomfortable with it, right? But like last night reminded me of the Halloween party at my friend Aaron's house that I went to several years ago that I was like terrified to go to because of my social anxiety. And then when we left, I had such a great time that like I couldn't wait to go do more things. Even though I knew they would be scary for me, I was like, I just really realized I was missing out on life, you know? To the point that I don't even know that I really knew it. Like, last night, I don't even think until it was over that I really realized how much I'm missing out on life. Does that mean that I'm going to become the social butterfly and do things 4 nights a week? Absolutely not. But when things come up that I want to do, because there's a lot of things that will come up and I'll think, well, like, that would be fun. And listen, don't read into this and be like, oh, all the things that Alex goes to. When Alex okay, I don't have a problem going somewhere, like, with my husband. That's not, like, well, last night, it was because it was, like, a place I didn't know, and I knew it was going to be a lot of people, right? But, like, if it was, like, a dinner with, like, I mean, I know most of Alex's girlfriends. There's a few that I don't know. But, like, I know most of them. That would not be uncomfortable for me. Like, to go out to dinner with, like, you know, 4 of his girlfriends. Like, that would not be uncomfortable to me at all. So, like, when people read into that, because I know they will, and be like, and that's why he never does anything with his husband. That has nothing to do with it. I'm talking about, like, bigger things than that. But whenever I do those things, I always have so much fun and enjoy them that when I'm done, I never leave one of those things that I'm scared to go to and come home and think to myself, God, I shouldn't have done that. Like, you acted a fool. Like, that was so uncomfortable. I never think that. I always think, oh my God, I had such a great time, right? And that was how I felt last night. And so I came home, and my plan was to watch 1 episode of Vanderpump Rules, and then I was going to watch, like, Die Hard 2, which is probably what I'm going to watch tonight. And so I, like, sat down, I got, like, my iPad out and everything inside, and was, like, all ready to do it, did my prayers and my meditations, all that kind of stuff, and was getting ready to watch these movies and shows and stuff, these Christmas shows and movies and shows and stuff. And I was like, I know you have shows that came out tonight. So I looked, and I was like, or the day before, and I was like, okay, Southern Hospitality was on Thursday, and RuPaul's Drag Race Canada came out today. So I watched RuPaul's Drag Race Canada. It was a really great episode. And some of these queens on that show this season are, like, phenomenal. And I watched that. It was like this lip sync battle. I mean, some of these queens can lip sync like nobody's business. Like, nothing that I've ever seen on, like, the main season of RuPaul's Drag Race, like, US. Like, I mean, they're 10 times better dancers, lip syncers than they would ever want to be on that show. And so I watched that, and then I watched Southern Hospitality, and at that point it was so late, I was like, I have to go to bed. Like, I have to go to bed or I'm not going to get up tomorrow and get all this kind of stuff done. And see, I'm constantly thinking that way. Instead of just, like, living in the present and being like, what's going to happen is going to happen, you know? And then, like, if I have a whole list of videos I'm going to make, and then I only get 2 done, I'm, like, beating myself up. I'm like, if you had gotten up 2 hours earlier, you could have got all this done, you know? Or whatever. I did my hair tonight, and then I ended up wearing a hat. Because I was like, should I wear a hat or should I do my hair? And Alex was like, well, I always like it when you do your hair, but I also like it when you wear a hat. Like, you look, it's completely 2 different looks. And so we got there. When I got there, I brought my hat with me. Fufu had his hat on, so I was like, Fufu, you think I should wear... I'm thinking it's going to be this huge party, right? It's not. So I'm like, should I wear my hat or should I just have my hair? And he was like, I always like a hat. So I went out to the car and got my hat. So that was last night, and then I slept so good last night and woke up today, and yeah, and today just kind of got away with me, which is why I didn't vlog. But I had such a blast last night. It was so much fun. I had such a good time, and everybody was so nice and so friendly. I saw people I hadn't seen in, like, years. Like, there were these 2 brothers that are, like, Carlos's age that moved here together. And they lived with Alex's mom for a long time, and I hadn't seen them in several years. I think I saw one of them at Carlos's birthday this summer, but just from like afar. Like we just kind of like waved to each other. Really nice guys. They look like twins, but they're not twins. And so like they came up and talked to me last night, and they just were really, really sweet and stuff like that. And saw a lot of people I hadn't seen, so it was nice. And there were a lot of people that I met that Carlos and Liliana knew. I mean, there weren't a lot of people that I saw that I knew, but there were probably, you know, 6 to 8 people that I hadn't seen in a while. You know, it was really nice. And then there were a lot of people that Carlos and Liliana knew because they're like in that whole like circle, social circle, you know, and of people like their age that are here from Venezuela or Colombia and things like that. And so there were a lot of Colombian people there last night too, because I guess this band it's Victor somebody. There's like 20 band members 15 or 20 band members on stage, and they're like all going crazy, and the crowd's going. It was so fun. And so anyway, but I guess they're like a famous band like in Venezuela and Colombia. So anyway, obviously I'd never heard of them. It was funny because like halfway through, Alex was like, I don't know any of these songs, and like one of them, he's like, oh my god, I know this song. He knew a lot of the music that the DJ played. Like, they played Christmas music, like Venezuelan Christmas music, and they all did these dances that they knew. And then some of the songs that they played, like, I knew as well, like the more current songs. But, like, the band, I didn't know any of the songs that they played. But they were a good band. They were really fun. And they got the crowd going. So, yeah, we had such a blast last night. It was so fun. And then tonight, we went over to my mother-in-law's house because she was making chili. And she actually, so my mother-in-law, this was something like when I first started, like she always makes, or she doesn't always, she makes chili quite a bit when we go over there for dinner. It's like one of her favorite things to make. She has delicious chili. But the first time she did this, I was so not used to this because I always had chili on like macaroni, or my mom would make it on like spaghetti, you know, like the long regular spaghetti. So she makes chili and puts it over white rice. It's actually delicious, and I had never had it like that before, like 15 years ago when I would go over to her house for chili, right? So tonight, she made me my own vegetarian chili, and then she made this huge thing of white rice, and she made this other huge thing of like chili with ground beef and stuff in it. And then she also made me like vegetarian stuffed peppers, but she forgot to take them out of the oven. She's like, oh my god, they're so good, and I forgot to take them out of the oven because I was like, it's because Alex had mentioned to me that she was making me stuffed peppers. And so I looked in the kitchen. This was like 2 hours after we had eaten, and I was like, did you leave something in the oven? She's like, oh my god, the stuffed peppers, I wanted you to have them, they're so good. They were in no condition to eat by that point. So Alex and I were the first ones there, other than obviously Fufu and Jesse was still getting ready. So we just like talked to Fufu and Alex's mom for a while, and then Caroline showed up, and it was Caroline and her husband Mike, and then her son David came. His girlfriend was working, so she couldn't come. And then her stepson that's visiting from out of town, and then his brother, her other stepson, and his wife. And it was so much fun, and like, you know, Alex's mom loves Caroline so much, and so it just was so much fun. We had such a good time. And it was just us. That was it. Oh, Carlos, Liliana, and the kids came, and then this friend of theirs that's staying with them, this woman, so, who, like, I danced with all night last night. She's really sweet. She's really fun. And she's lived, like, all over the world. Like, they knew her, like, when they were younger, or Liliana knew her when she was younger in Venezuela. And then this woman's lived, like, in Switzerland and all these different places, and so she's visiting them for a while. So anyway, she was really fun. She was teaching me how to salsa dance last night. So she was there too. Well, Caroline's stepson and wife like are really, really big into video games and into like board games. They love them. And so like as they were leaving, they were like, oh, we like brought you and Alex a game because we wanted you guys to have something for tonight. And I was like, oh, that's really sweet, blah, 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 whatever, right? And so they gave us this game, and then they left. Well, we opened it, and then they left. And I didn't understand what this game, I didn't know what this game was at all, or anything like that, right? And so Fufu was like, well, why don't we all sit around and play this game? So we sat around and we played this game. It was so much fun. It's like 10 rounds. And you do these things like, you have to like, it's like ping pong balls and like plastic cups, and you have to like pick them up in like with like chopsticks, these ping pong balls, and then it's like flipping cups over, like flippy cup, like you have to flip the cup over, and then you have to like put ping pong balls throughout, but you're like on a timer, like you only have like 30 seconds to do it, right? And then you have to bet on like, there's like these 3 different colored chips. It's like yellow, orange, and blue. Somebody know what this game is out there? You have to bet like if you think you can do it or not, and then whoever has the most, I did not win, whoever has the most, like one of the things you have to do was you had to go like face somebody, and you had to take a cup and spin it like one of these plastic, it's like literally a red plastic cup, and you had to spin it on this, what do you call it, on this plastic chopstick, this green plastic chopstick, and face each other. But while you're doing it, the camera stopped. But while you're doing it, you also have to place a die, we say die or dice, a die on the other person's shoulder while you continue to spin it, and then it has to stay there for 3 seconds on each person's shoulder while you're spinning. You can't stop spinning it. It was stuff like that. It was really fun. It sounds really, I love games, but it sounds really corny, but it wasn't. It was really fun. And then after that, Fufu and Jesse had brought this game, and the game, I'd never heard of it before. It's called Sixes. Do you guys know what this is? Okay, if you don't know, this is a really fun game, especially for a family. So there's 3 categories, and you do like 6 rounds of it. And so like the first one is called Match, and then the second one is Unique, and the third one is Lightning, and then you go Match, Unique, Lightning. So you do like in a row. So they pull a card. This is for Match. If the word is like, I'm trying to think of a word we did, like flower or something. I think bird was one of them. If the word is bird, then you try to think of words that, like, so it was Jesse and Fufu playing, and then it was me and Liliana, Carlitos, their son, my nephew, and then Alex and his mom played. And Sebastian was like running around and watching like this. I put this Christmas movie on for him on Netflix and stuff like that because he wanted to watch a Christmas movie. So we were playing this game, and it was so much fun. We were like sitting in the living room by the TV and stuff. And so like Match is like where, like, if the word is bird, you have to come up with words that are like related to that. And then you like have to but you want to guess what other people in the room are going to guess, so that like if you match with somebody else, you get a point. Okay. And then Unique is that you want to think of something completely opposite of what they're going to guess, so that it's like a unique answer, because you don't want to match anybody else in the room, right? Like we did, like one of the categories was horses, and so like Jessie knows a lot about horses, and so she like did all of these like Palomino. I mean, she did things that like, I mean, Palomino is pretty common, but like, okay, like Fufu and I both did Mustang, and so like we didn't get the point because we both did the same thing. But like Jessie was I did riding boots. Nobody had riding boots. It's like things that like are associated with that, but you want to do one that nobody else will think of, and if nobody else matches it, you get a point. And then Lightning is 6 different topics, and then you just go real fast. You have to write them down. It was like Angelina Jolie, but then you want to match with somebody. So like I did Brad Pitt. Like Alex and his mom both had Brad Pitt, so we got a point. It was like Alfred Hitchcock movies, and I did Rear Window. Alex got Rear Window, so we both got it. There was, I wouldn't say cheating, but when we kind of like looked at each other like favorite movie kind of thing, you know, because we both loved that movie. And then there was like this joke, because I was joking with Alex's mom about, like, one of the topics was bread, and I said something about sandwich, and I said, you know I like sandwiches, to her, and so she and I got laughing so hard. And so when the word sandwich came up, like Jessie and I both put bread. I looked at her and she's like, we have this, and so we both put bread. It was just, it was really fun, and it was so funny because Carlos, like, if it was my brother-in-law, if it was flour, he would put, and his mother was doing the same thing, and it was so, like, one of them was like bed, and his mom put like dreams, meditation, sky, Cat Stevens. I mean, it was like all this random stuff. And she would try to explain it to us, like, why she picked it. And she got laughing so hard. She was like crying, laughing. It was so funny. And she started singing this Cat Stevens song. And she was like, Peter, I thought you, because the song's called The Wind. And she was like, or Father and Son, she loves that song. She always asked me to sing the song to her because we love Cat Stevens. And she's like, sing Father and Son to me. And I'm like, I don't know the words by heart. I was like, my mom loved Cat Stevens when I was growing up. So she put Cat Stevens, and she looked at me. It's like, it had nothing to do with bed, right? She goes, Peter, I thought you were going to say Father and Son. I go, well, it has nothing to do with, why would I say that? She goes, you don't want me to get a point. I said, it has nothing to do with, we were putting like mattress, bed frame, bedroom, things like that. So what was so funny was that she and Carlos, my brother-in-law, were like saying the same things. So if it was like flower, they were putting like green flower, red flower, purple flower, yellow flower. Well, then you all had to vote if you thought that they were like fair answers or not. And so we were all voting that they weren't fair answers. Like Island was like a huge all-around fight, okay? because like Alex's mom put like dirt, earth. It's just like, and then his brother was just putting his brother Carlos was just putting these hilarious answers, right? That just like made no sense, like binoculars, and it's like, no, like this is like real, like if you're on an island, and I'm like, but you can look at through things at binoculars, and Fufu's like, Carlos, no, like binoculars, you can look. He's like, no, but like on an island, you use binoculars. He's just like hilarious. And then he just like bust out laughing because he knew it was a stupid answer, you know? We had so much fun. The game was so much fun. We did 2 rounds of that, and then everybody was getting tired. And so then his mom brought out all these Christmas presents for all of us, which was really, really sweet. She brought me candy. Well, she gave everybody some, but each of us, it was candy from when she was in Chile. And then she brought me a magnet, or got me a magnet from, I think she got everybody candy and magnets. And so she got me a magnet from Patagonia when she was there, and then candy from Chile. I'm thinking about reviewing this candy on my review channel because it's like chocolate. And one of it's like chocolate covered nuts, and the other one's like a candy bar. And I was like, where is this from? She was like, it's from Chile or Argentina? And she said, it's from Chile. And I said, oh, I'm going to review it on my review video. She goes, oh, I would love that. She's so sweet. And then she got me this journal. And it's like a prompt journal. I have so many journals, but this one it's like on the front of it says something like create magical moments or something, which I love. And it's like light blue. It reminds me of this book that my mom had when I was a kid, of like this Alice in Wonderland book or whatever that came in like this. Anyway, it's just like a beautiful book. But when you open it, it's like writing prompts. And then at the bottom of it says like, these are the like 5 things I'm the most grateful for today. And I was like, this is actually a book that I would really use. I know I say that. I always say I'm going to start a gratitude list, and I never do. But I was like, no, I would really use this. So we had so much fun. The food was fantastic. She had like a cheese board out with like crackers and stuff. And then she got me one of my favorite dips from Costco because Alex told her to. And she had like the pita bread, and it just was so much fun. She had a cake. Nobody had any cake. She didn't even open the cake. It was like this white wedding cake that she got. It was really nice. And then Caroline and all them, they were so fun. We just had such a good time. And Caroline and her husband, everybody, they like stayed like 2 hours. And it was so funny because Caroline was so tired because she had to work all day today. And so finally Caroline was like, she said to me, she goes, do you care if I leave? And I was like, Caroline, you've stayed longer than I thought you would. I mean, they stayed a lot longer than I thought they would. And they live real close to each other. And she goes, I'm just so tired. Like, I need to go home. I said, are you going to watch TV? And she goes, I need to go home and go to bed. I'm so tired. Well, she texted me after she got home. And she goes, everybody's so mad. They said they were having such a good time that she doesn't understand why we left. They don't understand why we left so early. She said something like, they think we're being rude. And I was like, nobody thought you were rude. You guys stayed forever. It was really nice. It was just so fun to have like all of our families together. And then Alex's mom and Jesse and I were talking, and we were like, next year, like Jesse's family should, you know, because her sisters live all over, and so we're like, if you could have everybody here, and then, you know, Caroline and her whole family, and then all of us, and we could like, you know, all like spend the holidays all together, it would be so fun, you know. So maybe, and Jesse was like, well, I don't know if that could happen next year, but maybe like in the next 2 or 3 years. So, and the other thing we talked about was maybe like just like picking a place it's like very Christmassy and snowy, you know, and getting an Airbnb, like a cabin, you know, like in Vermont or, you know, Colorado or, you know, Montana or something like that, and just like all of us, like, you know, like a 10-room place, and just like all of us stay there together, like all the families and stuff. Wouldn't that be so fun? So we talked about that tonight too, but it was just so much fun. And last night and tonight was just like, I don't think tonight, other than one time I picked up my phone to film us playing the game and I put it on my Instagram, other than that, I don't think I picked up my phone like the entire night. And last night I filmed like some of us like dancing and things like that and took some pictures, but other than that, like I never once got like on any social media. I didn't look at my phone or anything like that. And it just was so nice, just both nights, to just really be present and just enjoy being with my family. It was so fun, you know, and I don't want to miss out on that in the future. I don't want to be distracted with text messages and social media and this and that and be worried that I'm not going to get this done or whatever. You know, it's like I can get it all done. You know, I can still film 5, 6, 7 videos a day, and you know, and enjoy time with my friends and family and all that kind of stuff. And it's really kind of about balancing it out. And I think that's one of the things, another one of my goals has to be in next year is kind of like figuring out some balance to my life, you know. Like I've started taking Sundays off from vlogging and stuff and filming videos, and it's like, nobody's upset about it. You know, I don't take every Sunday off, because if I come home and Alex goes right to sleep and I'm awake, I'm like, well, I'm going to film a vlog, right? But on the days that I do, and I have to force myself sometimes, because I'm like, there's no reason for you not to film a vlog, you know? But then I'm sometimes like, there is a reason. The reason is just take a day to yourself to just watch shows, you know, and whatever. But I like love it so much, and I feel so blessed that I get to do this every day, that I'm like, there's no reason for you not to vlog. And sometimes the reason is just to not do anything, you know, to just relax and be present. And if you watch my vlog for a while, you know that I used to say that I was kind of like jealous of Alex, because Alex could like binge watch a show like 6, 7, 8 episodes, you know, in a whole day, more than that sometimes. And I didn't have the patience to do that. Well, now I can, which is so funny to me, you know, that I binge watch all these shows, and I don't have a problem with that anymore. So, you know, it's like, we're forever learning and growing, and I'm never going to be a perfect example of myself or have my life be exactly how I want it to be, but I do think I need to learn to be present more, be more spontaneous, and, you know, get out and do more stuff. And I also think I need to balance more stuff out, you know, and just not always be so rigid about having to cross all this stuff on my list, and did I get this laundry done today, and did I get this stuff? No, watch, you know, like in 2 weeks I'll be like right back to where I was. But the awareness, I think, is the first part of that. So, and then tomorrow night we are going over to Alex's aunt and uncle's house, and it's going to be Alex's aunt and uncle, his grandma, his cousin, and is that all from there? Yeah. And then Carlos, Liliana, and the kids, Fufu and Jesse, Alex's mom, and then me, and then their friend that's staying with them, and then Alex and I. So I'm excited about that. That'll be fun. Everybody's supposed to wear their pajamas. But then tonight Liliana was like, I don't think I'm going to wear pajamas, because apparently she and her friend like went and looked at 4 different stores and there was no Christmas pajamas. And then Jesse didn't bring pajamas, but Fufu's going to wear pajamas. Alex is going to wear pajamas. Alex's mom's not sure if she's going to wear pajamas, so like but she said she was, maybe, but like half the people are wearing pajamas, but half the people aren't, and I know Alex's uncle won't wear pajamas. I have cute pajamas to wear, so it kind of depends on how I feel at the last minute. I may just wear jeans and a hoodie and just be really comfortable. So that's tomorrow. So tomorrow night, and then, so tomorrow night in Alex's family, I don't know if it's a Venezuelan thing or if it's just his family, how he explains it is that they would do dinner. Okay, so they would do dinner at like 9 o'clock. So there's always like a late Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve with his family. And apparently that's how he grew up doing it in Venezuela. I don't know if this is like a Venezuelan thing or what, but it's always at 9 o'clock. We're supposed to get there at 7 tomorrow night. So then after dinner, you just sit around and whatever. Well, when Alex was growing up, they would go to Mass, which would be like from 11 to 12. And then, like, you know, right into Christmas morning, right? Christmas starting at midnight. And so then when they would get back from Christmas Mass was when, like, Alex is it, okay, like, it was very confusing to him when he was growing up as a kid, because he was like they would, like, Santa Claus brought some of the presents, but the baby Jesus brought some of the presents as well, too. And he didn't really ever understand it when he was a kid. So Santa comes like at midnight, and there's always like, you know, the doorbells ring and all this kind of stuff, and then Santa comes at midnight and all this kind of stuff and drops the presents outside and all. It's very cool. And then tonight, I was like getting Liliana all set up, because I asked Sebastian, I was like, do you want to track Santa on the NORAD tracker? She and I were talking to him, and he was like, yeah. And so I was asking him like what he wants from Santa and stuff. And so she was like, what is that website? And so I was showing it on her phone. I thought it was like Nordic Santa, and it came up, and I was like, oh, it's NORAD Santa. It's like supposedly through NASA and stuff. She's like, yeah, you've done that with like Carlitos and Sebastian the last couple years. I was like, yeah. And so, so Sebastian's gonna look at that all tomorrow. I don't think Carlitos will be, if you know what I mean. So I'll just say that real quick in case there's other people listening. So anyway, so Sebastian's real excited about that, to like track Santa all day tomorrow and stuff like that. So anyway, that will be tomorrow night. And then at midnight is when, you know, like after Santa's delivered the presents and stuff, when we will open all the presents between all of us. And it's like a secret Santa. Except I told everybody tonight who I have. because I have Alex's cousin and she wasn't here. And she loves to drum, and since his uncle sometimes doesn't show up to family events, and I love Alex's uncle, and he's hilarious. And we get along so well, but he always like texts me stuff like when I'm at the family stuff and he's not there, and he's like, I hope you don't miss me too much while I'm sitting in my recliner watching TV. He just always like sends me these hilarious messages, right? And I always give him such a hard time about like not being part of the family because he never shows up. So he loves that she drums. Like, she loves to drum, and she's got like, you know, what's a drum circle? She does all that kind of stuff, and she's got like these drums and whatever, but she doesn't have bongo drums. And so his uncle sometimes is kind of like, the drumming's a lot. Like, it's a lot. She's very good at it, but it's like a lot. You know, I get home from work or whatever. So I got her bongo drums. I got her beads because she's really into making like beaded jewelry now. She makes this most gorgeous beaded jewelry. So I got online. This is before we knew that. I knew that I had her as a Secret Santa. Alex pulled Carlos. And I can't remember what he got him. It's like a whiskey, because Carlos drinks whiskey. It's like a whiskey dispenser, but it's some baseball team, because this baseball team that he likes. And so, his cousin, not Maya, this is Maya's sister, and so she makes the most gorgeous beaded jewelry, and so she's like always wanting like really unique beads, and so I found her these unique beads, and I got her those. Well, and they weren't that expensive, and there's like a limit and stuff like that. So that was before like we knew who we had gotten, and then because I was gonna buy stuff for everybody, and then when they're because like Alex is always like so busy, so I was like, I'm just gonna order everything online, and I'll just do it this year. And he was like, that's cool, I would really appreciate it. So hers had already come. Well, then when I pulled her name, well, Alex went over to his aunt's house, and so he got Carlos and I got her, and he was like, I'm just gonna give her to you because you've already bought her gift. Well, then I was like, well, this isn't anywhere near the limit. So I got online and I got her bongo drums. Really nice bongo drums that come in this case and all this kind of stuff. She's going to love it. I can't wait to give it to her. And so I'm going to look at Alex's uncle when I give her the gift. After I give her the gift, I'm going to go. And this is also for you, because you can't ever show up to family stuff because your recliner is more important than spending time with me. And he'll just laugh. So anyway, it's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited about tomorrow. It'll be like a very like dressy, not dressy like dress up, but it'll be like candlelit, very serious dinner. There's a lot of things that they like. There's a lot of things that I can't eat because it has like, you know, different like meat and things in there, but there's a lot of things I can't eat that are like specifically like Venezuelan traditional like food. My tripod fell down. I don't even know what happened. It was just like one leg. But anyway, I was saying that there's going to be very traditional Venezuelan like food to eat that they eat on, you know, Christmas and stuff like that in Venezuela. But then Alex's uncle will also make, you know, very like Americanized traditional food for, you know, like a turkey and mashed potatoes and all that kind of stuff, the Christmas stuff, because that's important to him, and you know, everybody else loves that too. So he'll make all that. So it'll be a bunch of stuff. Like his aunt will make like most of the Venezuelan stuff, and then they do something where they wrap it in leaves. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like grape leaves? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, this is a big deal. It's called something. Ayacas, I think is what it's called. It's like a big deal where they get them and they like prepare them and all this kind of stuff. They have to get them from like a special place. I think that's what it's called, ayacas. Am I mispronouncing it? I probably am. And there's a couple other things that they have. Years ago, this was one of the years that Alex's family was all like traveling and stuff, and there wasn't anybody here. So we went to my dad's house for Christmas that year. My dad was so sweet. He knew that Alex was like missing his family and stuff. And so my dad, like when we got there, he like, was it before we got there? Did he send it to us? I think he may have sent it to us like via email or something. But he had this whole, I think this was before I was a vegetarian, because he had this whole Venezuelan Christmas, like he had looked it up online and everything. My dad's a great cook. And his whole Venezuelan like meal, like all prepared, and it was like, okay, I'm going to mispronounce all these things. It was like ham de jambon and all that kind of stuff. It was all these like things that they eat for Christmas. And he had like courses and like dessert and things like that. And then he was so excited because like Alex likes like red wine, and he had even found like this, like it was like he found like an Argentinian and then like a Venezuelan red wine, and he like got those. It was so special. He got like Venezuelan coffee and stuff like that. My dad just like went the whole 9 yards. It was so sweet. And he was like playing like Venezuelan Christmas music when we got there and stuff like that. That was like years ago, but that was really, really nice. And so there's like a lot of things that are specific to like their traditions and stuff. So we'll be doing those things. And then that will be tomorrow night will be a late night. It'll be like 2 or 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then we'll come home, we'll go to bed, and then Alex and I will get up in the morning and we'll exchange presents with each other. And I just asked Boo Radley, I said, Boo, what do you want? Santa Paws is who comes for Boo Radley. And I said, what do you want from Santa Paws this year? And he's looked at me like I was crazy. And I mean, he's already gotten a bed, a teddy bear, and a blanket from Lucy. I don't know what else he would want, plus 2 Costco blankets. And I just ordered him like $100 worth of food and treats. So I think that he's probably... Oh, and those Milk-Bone soft and chewy Christmas cookies I like that are almost like out because they are seasonal. I'm sure they have them like not Christmas cookies, but just soft and chewy. But I love the Christmas cookie ones because I love to ask him, like, do we get a mitten today? Or a Frosty the Snowman? Or a star? Because Boo Radley's a star. He always gets so excited. I mean, I know he doesn't know what's going on, but, like, he gets so excited when I talk to him. He's like this with his paws and stuff like that when he comes in. So I just ordered 10 more bags of those. They come in like a bundle of 10. It's like $30 for a bundle of 10 or something like that. They're like $3 a bag. So I got more of those. And I don't even think they've come yet, actually, from Amazon. We're almost out of food, so I got him like 2 different kinds. He's like, okay, this is the weirdest thing. So we were like out of this one kind of food. He likes this like, week to week it changes. He's like, he likes this chicken stew instead of the chicken pate again. It's that Blue brand. And so we were out of the chicken stew, and so Alex was like, I'm gonna give him this food that we were giving before. Like when he just like stopped eating that food one day. That Royal Canine that he ate for like ever. He loved that food, and then just one day he wouldn't eat it anymore. Well, we didn't have any food, and Alex had like gotten home late that day, and we had the pate, but like he was like being weird about the pate, he didn't want to eat it. So like Alex put some of that food on his plate, like 2 packages of it, of the Royal Canine that he hadn't eaten. And because we had like boxes that we had bought like right up until he stopped eating them, and they like weren't expiring, and they're still good till like the end of next year or something. And he ate both packages like up like that. I couldn't believe it. And now he's back on the Royal Canine. When I just ordered all this like chicken stew, so I ordered like more of the Royal Canine too. So we're gonna have so much dog food. So I said to Boo Radley, I said, listen, you're gonna have to start paying your bills here, okay? Or Santa Paws is just bringing you food and treats. And he's looked at me like I was crazy. He can't chew bones. He doesn't play with toys. So there's not really anything to get him for Christmas. Lucy already got him a bed, which is so sweet. He loves that little bed so much. He has his Costco blankets. There's nothing else he could, want in the world. Several years ago, this is probably like the year after PP passed away, and I'm almost positive it was the year after PP passed away because I got real emotional about it. Alex and I were talking about it last night, and he got laughing so hard. Was it last night? It was last night because it was while we were getting ready to go out, and we were like talking to Boo Radley on the bed and stuff like that. Because I was like, do you remember when I made him this Christmas? This probably was, I probably talked about it on here. I made them like, I don't remember exactly what I put into it, but I wanted to make them like a really special Christmas dinner. I made it in the crock pot. Do you guys remember this? I don't know if I talked about it on here. I'm sure I did. But I put like rice in it, and I put like chicken broth and beef, because Alex was like, they didn't eat it because you put all those different meat seasonings in there. Because I wanted it to be real tasty for them, I put like carrots and peas and all this kind of stuff. I followed some recipe I found online. This food, this looked like a stew like that anybody in the world would want to eat, okay? They snubbed their nose at it. They wanted, Tucker and Boo Radley wanted nothing to do with this home-cooked meal. And I was so upset about it. I was like, come on, just clean it. I was like missing pee-pee, and I was so excited about them. They wanted nothing to do with this home-cooked meal, nothing. They wanted nothing to do with it. They don't eat human food. We've never fed them human food. We always feed them like, the packaged food and stuff like that, because Alex has always been so weird about that, like following what our vet says. And our vet has never said don't give them human food, but it's weird saying them since it's just Boo Radley now and Tucker and PP are gone. But she's never said you can't. She said don't overfeed them. Alex is like, absolutely not. We're not feeding them human food. They they have their food they eat, and there's a diet that they're on and things. He's always been like that, you know. I have friends of mine, like Tanya, you know, like she feeds her dogs like human food and stuff like that. I mean, not every day. They have their food they eat, but like she'll, you know, give them, you know, peanut butter and stuff. Is it peanut butter she gives them? Yeah, I mean, she gives them peanut butter and stuff like that. Tanya knows, like, everything you can't give a dog. Did you know there's, like, so many things out there, like, you cannot give a dog because it's dangerous to them? Things you wouldn't even think of, you know? Weird stuff. Like, I think broccoli is one of them. Boo Radley wouldn't know what to do with broccoli. I mean, he couldn't even chew on it because he has no teeth, but Boo Radley wouldn't know what to do with broccoli, you know? I think one time I gave him, like, a carrot or something, and this was when he had teeth, and he's like carried that carrot around with him, like up and down the stairs on the bed. I mean, for like an hour or something. Like, he could not be bothered with that carrot, but he kept on carrying it around, and then he'd just like drop it, and he didn't know what to do with it. But like, if you went to take it, he'd like pull it back. He's so funny. So anyway, it was like when Pee-Pee was so sick towards the end, and he wouldn't eat anymore. We got McDonald's because I was like. Because Pee-Pee would always, like, beg for food, which was so weird because, like, he never ate human food, but he would always beg for it, right? Like, Boo and Tucker never really begged. Pee-Pee always begged for food. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go, you know, get him a cheeseburger and fries from McDonald's. And I thought something, like, he was not eating at all, you know? And so I took the bun off, and I cut this cheeseburger up into little pieces, and I put it on this plate and stuff like that, and like a few fries, like just like 3 or 4. And I was like, please just eat something. And oh no, I didn't put any of the fries on the plate. I just put like the cut up cheeseburger, and I took it upstairs, and like he like smelled it, and then he like turned his head away, like he would not eat it, like he couldn't eat anything, you know. And so I was standing in the kitchen, and Alex was upstairs with Pee-Pee. This was like, I think this was like the day or two before he passed, and I was like so upset. I was like crying, and I was like eating these like fries, just like I didn't care. And I was just like eating them, you know, out of this container, and I just like, and Boo and Tucker were just standing there looking at me, and I just was like, here, take it, I don't care. Like, I was like throwing a fry here to Boo and here to Tucker, and Tucker was eating them, but Boo had this real long fry that was like this long, and he kept on just like carrying it. I think I've told this story before. He just kept on carrying it around with him, and it got so soggy and wet. It was literally like this, you know, like a limp noodle. And it was so sweet because he carried it up after a while of carrying this French fry all over the world, up and down the stairs and stuff. He carried it up, and Pee-Pee at the end was like always on this like green, what do you call it? This green quilt that we had, and he was always on this quilt surrounded by like his teddy bears and stuff, and his brothers were always there next to him. And Boo Radley like went right up to Pee-Pee and laid this French fry right down in front of him, like for him to eat it. And Pee-Pee like sniffed the French fry and like turned away, like he couldn't eat it. It was the sweetest thing. It was like Boo Radley was taking care of Pee-Pee. It was so sweet. Tonight, like when I was looking at my phone, you know how like when you look on your phone or your iPad or whatever, it's like pictures from the past come up, it'd be like memories or whatever, and this picture of like Pee-Pee at the end came up, and like that last week, and I showed it to Alex. I mean, it was a sweet picture of him, but I just was like, I miss that dog so much. I miss Tucker so much. I was thinking tonight, it's weird, you know, like, this is our second Christmas without Tucker, you know? This is our second Christmas where it's just been Boo Radley. And, I always kind of, like, turn and get kind of, like, real, like, sad, like, kind of, like, morbidly sad about this stuff, you know? And I said to Alex tonight, I said, I hope that we have a lot more Christmases with Boo Radley, you know? He's 14, who knows. Although I was just talking to some friends the other day that their dogs were like 15. Caroline's dog is 15, they're like fine. So I mean, like, you know, hopefully he'll last, you know, at least a couple more years, hopefully. And Alex looked at me and he goes, Alex is just always like has such a positive attitude on things, and he goes, well, babe, he was like, none of us like have, you know, tomorrow. He's like, you say that. And he was like, and we have Boo Radley for Christmas this year, and he's doing just great. So let's just enjoy. And this is where I need to live in the present, you know? Honestly, that's probably the greatest gift I could give myself, you know? Not borrow trouble, not live in the past, not live in the future. I have such a hard time doing that. Do any of you have a trick to that? Could you teach me that trick? it's interesting because I get these cameos and people say things to me like, when they're describing the other person that they're getting the cameo for, and they'll say they really love like all your wisdom and how much you share on your vlog and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm really not that wise, you know? I struggle a lot, just like everybody else. I don't always talk about it on video because if I did, I don't think everybody would want to tune in to listen to all the struggles of the life of Peter Monn, you know? So, and sometimes I don't even want to talk about it. Have you ever talked about something so much that it's like you don't even want to tell the story one more time to one more person? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, sometimes you've told it so many times you just want to feel the feelings and you don't want to have to like talk about it anymore, you know? It's just hard, whether it's a breakup or traumatic event or the passing of a dog or a person or whatever. It's like sometimes you just don't even want to talk about it anymore, you know? Like when people are like, how are you doing? It's like, I don't want to talk about it, you know? I just don't want to talk about it. And, yeah, it's just like, it's hard. I mean, I think that's such a compliment when people say that, but I don't ever think of myself as a wise person, ever. I mean, I think of myself as a person that shares what I've gone through in life, and, you know, if I've learned so much by other people sharing with me their experiences and their stories of their life. Like, that's really how I learn in life, you know, is by listening to what other people have gone through and what they, you know, what they share and things like that. That's how I learn in life, you know. And I just do the same thing that I was taught. None of it's original. None of my sayings are original. Nothing, you know, like I just repeat things out there that I've heard or learned that have helped me. And I think that's really about planting the seed and passing it on and things like that, you know. And it's not about, I don't think it's about being the wisest person in the world. It's just about like, are you willing to share what you've gone through in your experience in your life, you know? Because you don't know. You might be helping somebody. I've been helped so much in life by people sharing stories with me, you know? I've been helped so much by that. I'm helped by movies and TV shows and songs and books, you know, and those are ways of people sharing their stories as well, you know, and I think you know, at the end of the day, it's about just, you know, the human equalizer of sharing our stories with each other, you know. It doesn't make anybody wise. And in all honesty, it's rather easy to talk into a camera. It's not like I'm sitting there with like 1,000 people in front of me, you know. It's like, it's a camera. It doesn't even feel like a person sometimes, you know. Sometimes if I just read comments, I mean, I've said this for years, but like when I read comments before, it's like I have that person's name in my head, you know, like Renee or somebody, you know, or somebody like Linda or whatever that used to watch. I haven't seen her comment over here for a while, but you know, like people that comment, or Stacy, like I was talking about her the other day, and it's like I'll see Stacy, like her profile picture, but she's been in the book club, so I know what she looks like because she's guested in the book club and stuff. Well, I'll think of Stacy and I'll be like, oh, I'm talking about like Stacy right now. I'll see like a head, you know, face in my head. But in all honesty, sometimes it just feels like I don't really see a face when I'm talking to it. I'm just like talking to a camera. Like, I'm very aware that there's like somebody out there on the other side that's probably watching this back. Like, I get it, right? Like, I read the people in the Vloggerinos group and the comments you guys leave me and stuff like that. I understand that it's like human beings that are watching my videos, right? But like in this moment right now, it doesn't feel like when I look at a number and it's like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, it feels like I'm having like a singular conversation with one person out there, you know? It feels very small and very like private, you know? And I think that is probably part of the reason why I am able to share stuff in my life, you know? That I am able to do that. But I also, like, sometimes for me, the cathartic experience of vlogging is about being able to get on here and just share funny stories or fun memories or good memories. I don't want to do every vlog where I'm crying and telling you guys about, oh my god, today my day was just a struggle, you know? I think you guys know it anyway. Like, if I get on video, I'll say, today was just a rough day, you know? Like, and then I go into something else. I don't have to say, this happened and that happened, this happened, whatever, to explain every rough moment of my day. Just to say today was a rough day, you know? I think one of the most valuable lessons I've learned is that the sun will shine again, like Oprah said, you know, that this too shall pass. I didn't used to think that. I used to think this too won't pass. And this is going to be, you know, I say, like in pep talks, I always tell people, because I believe this, that they're stronger than they know. I'm stronger than I knew I was. When you go through enough things in life that you never thought you were going to be able to see through the other side of it, you know, like 30, 40 years ago, all the way to today, and it's like, I can remember like every day I go to school, you know, junior high and high school, elementary school, I don't remember thinking like I had a choice, but like in junior high and high school, I can remember thinking, I'm not going to school, you know, screw this, I'm not doing this anymore. You know, just to be like emotionally beat up on a daily basis. I didn't even have those words to put to it then. I just knew it hurt. It was painful and people were mean, you know? But I don't really remember having an alternative. I never thought about quitting school. I don't even know that a lot of people did back then when I was growing up. But that wasn't like really an option. I knew my parents would never let that fly anyway. And I really didn't want to have a conversation with my parents to let them know how bad it was that I was bullied in school. So I just tolerated it, you know? But I really don't. There were times that I thought, I'm never going to make it out of this. Like, this is going to be my life, you know? And I made it out of it. There's so many things in my life. Like, I can remember being in treatment and thinking, like, this is never going to get better. Like, this is it, you know? And here I am sitting on this front porch 29 years later, crying my eyes out about how grateful I am for my sobriety. I never thought that was going to be my life. I'm stronger than I ever thought I was. You are too. And maybe you just don't know that yet, you know? But you put one foot in front of the other and what you realize is, like, I can do this. Sometimes swiftly, sometimes slowly, for those of you that know. But we can do this. We can do it together. You have people to lean on, you know? You can lean on yourself. There's many moments in life where I've had to walk through those moments by myself, and it hasn't been easy. But I made it to the other side. There's been a lot of moments where I had a lot of people to lean on, you know? And I'm so grateful for that. But I think in looking back on my life in retrospect, what I realize is, maybe even retrospect isn't the right word, but looking back on my life, what I realize is there's moments that I thought I wasn't very strong at all. I was 10 times stronger than I ever knew I was. But I had to go through that experience to realize that I was stronger than that, you know? If I had to face another thing that was really difficult in my life, and I'm sure I will at some point, I can tell you in that moment, I wouldn't feel like I was very strong. I wouldn't feel like I could make it through that. And I hope I can. And I believe that I can. But I know that at that moment it will be difficult, you know? So I don't really know what else to do on this vlog other than just to share stories of my life, you know, and try to be vulnerable, and because it helps me. It really helps me a lot. You know, I work things out. I don't know, sometimes maybe you can even tell when I'm telling a story or something like that, but sometimes I work things out while I'm vlogging, you know, and I'm like, oh, I just worked this out in my head. Like, oh, now it makes sense to me. I get it now, you know, because I talked about it out loud. You know, it's like talking to my sponsor or my best friend or my husband or something, you know. It's like, oh, I get it now. I worked it out, you know, and I'm grateful for that opportunity, and you guys give me that opportunity by watching my videos. Because if nobody was watching my videos, I mean, I've always said that I would vlog as long as 5 people are watching my videos, but if those 5 people weren't watching my videos, I mean, I'm not going to vlog if nobody's watching my videos. You know, what's the point? You know, if nobody's watching it, you know, for days on end, you know, I love when I see channels that have, like, you look and they have, like, and they're like, it's a lot of like booktubers I notice, you know, and they'll be doing like reviews and of books and whatever, and they have like 5 views and the video's been up for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, these people are so passionate about it. Like, this is what drives me, right? Because I don't ever want to lose that. And I can tell you, like, years ago I would have said, like, I'll never stop vlogging even if I don't have any views. I probably said something like that. I think I've always said, like, if I had at least 5 subscribers or something like that, you know? And I hope I would, you know, because it's so helpful to me, you know. I'm glad that people get stuff out of it and they enjoy it and it's relaxing to them and it's, you know, helpful, and people say it's, like, supportive to them and whatever. But, like, in selfishly, it's, like, really, really helpful to me, so I hope that I would continue to do that. But I think what's so inspiring, it's not really that inspiring for me to see people that have millions and millions of subscribers that take them for granted and don't really care that they have them, you know. What's inspiring to me is the person that's putting out videos every day, every other day, every couple days, that's getting 5 views on a video about a book review, you know, or cooking a meal in the kitchen because they just love that so much. And that's kind of how I started, you know, on BookTube. And my Peterisms videos never get that many views, but I just get so excited about doing it. I love it. It's never about that to me, you know. And I don't ever want to lose that. And I hope I don't. I hope I don't ever lose that. You know, even if I go down to 5 subscribers and nobody's watching my vlog, I hope I keep on doing this for me, you know? But that being said, I mean, as we near another year ending, and we go in the 7th year vlogging into the 8th year vlogging, it's almost surreal to even say that. You know, this is going to be my 8th year vlogging on here. It's like, it feels weird to say that. But saying that, I do want to say thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, for giving me this unbelievably, magically amazing life that I have, you know? Like, I say this in all my cameos, and I try to say this a lot in my videos, but, like, I wouldn't get to do this, and I said this earlier, I think, in the video as well, in the vlog, but, like, I wouldn't have this life or get to do it if it wasn't for you guys watching my videos. And, like, I said this a lot in cameos earlier, but, like, I'm very aware that each number on that video is a human being, is you watching my video, allowing me to have this life and allowing me to continue to make videos. Like, that is not lost on me at all, you know? And I'm so incredibly grateful for that. So thank you. Like, that's the greatest gift of all, right? You know? As Whitney Houston used to sing. But no, it really is, you know? To get up every day and do something that you love and call that your job and connect with people and have people say the nicest things and send things to you and, you know, send you messages and, you know, people are just, it's like I say something in a vlog, okay, about, like, a movie, right? Like, I'll mention a movie for, like, 5 seconds in a video that I love, and then, like, 4 weeks later, 2 weeks later, somebody will send me, like, in my Instagram DMs, like, a screenshot of that movie, and they'll say, like, you mentioned this in your vlog, and I know you like this movie, so I wanted to say, and I'm like, this is so cool that people remember something that I said in a 5-second clip on a vlog that I just threw out there. You know, I talk about the rap battle and Teen Witch on my drama channel. Do you know how many people have sent me on Instagram that Teen Witch rap battle because they found it? You know, just the other day, somebody was saying they were visiting Salt Lake City, and they sent me this, like, coffee cup and these, I think they were dog treats, actually, that they got from this place, and it was called, like, Mockingbird or To Kill a Mockingbird, something, but, like, it had, like, Atticus Finch's face from To Kill a Mockingbird on the coffee cup, and then the treats were called, like, Boo Radley's Treats or something. It was a cookie or something. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, because people know that I love To Kill a Mockingbird, you know, and they think of that and they send that to me, you know, or it's just on and on and on. It's like the smallest things that people remember, you know, and are so kind with that. It's unbelievable to me. I mean, it's unbelievable, and I feel so incredibly grateful for that, you know, and yeah, and at times undeserving of it. I think it's hard sometimes, you know, but I'm grateful for it nonetheless. It's hard sometimes because I don't feel like, I'm like, what did I do to have all these people be so kind to me, you know? You know, in RuPaul's Drag Race, they talk about your inner saboteur, you know, and I think, like, we all live with that to some degree. But it'd be really easy for me to say, from a really positive point of view, like, well, I stand in front of the mirror and I, you know, whatever, I've done all the practices in front of the mirror, but, like, it would be really hard for me to go upstairs right now and be like, you are really deserving of all of this, and you are such a fantastic person, and whatever. I don't know that I'll ever be there in my life, you know? Do I think I try to help people and put good out there in the world and share stories so that other people can relate to them and maybe make some changes in their life that I've made, and maybe people can share stories with me that I can make some changes from, and I try to make people laugh or whatever? Sure, yeah, right? But, like, I'm still a work in progress, you know? But on this Christmas Eve, thank you for giving me the greatest gift ever by allowing this to be my magically amazing life, and I'm really greatly appreciative of it. And my battery is flashing red at me, so that means it's time to go. And I hope that you guys have, like I just said, the most magically amazing life. Okay, that did not give me as much time as I thought it would. I thought I would at least have enough time to, because it didn't start flashing that long before I said something. But like it literally just went like to a black screen, and then it went beep, 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 and it flashed this red thing, and it said like change battery pack or something like that. That hasn't happened in a long time. Like the battery will die sometimes, but I don't know why. Like it hasn't flashed. Maybe it's because it's my new camera or something, but the battery's died since I've been using this new camera. So I don't know what that was, but I haven't seen that message come up in like forever, but it went beep, 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 change battery pack. So I don't know what that's about. But anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, thank you, I guess. I was saying something about, I was ending the video. I don't know what I was trying to say. I just thank you so much. And if you celebrate Christmas, I hope that you have the most, well, that's what I was saying, that I hope that you have not only the most magically amazing life, but the most magically amazing Christmas Eve and Christmas Day ever if you celebrate Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, whatever you celebrate, if you don't celebrate anything at all, I hope that you have the best Sunday and Monday of your entire life. And if you do celebrate Christmas and you are alone this year, and you're not with family and things like that, I'm wishing you all the best, and I'm sending you some positivity and love out to you, and I hope that this vlog might have helped cheer you up a little bit, and do something that will make you happy, you know, get some of your favorite food, or binge watch a TV show, and you don't have to think about Christmas at all this year, you know, you don't have to watch anything Christmassy, you can listen. You can watch Vanderpump Rules all night long if you want, you know. That actually kind of sounds kind of nice. Oh, my camera's sliding off there. See, that's how the tripod starts falling. It starts kind of like going this way, and then like all of a sudden like the leg just goes down. So yeah, yeah. So anyway, I hope that you guys are having the most magically amazing Sunday, and also the most magically amazing Christmas Eve. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want. 2, you can also start your week over whenever you want, or your weekend, or listen, and I think this one is important. You can start your holiday over whenever you need to, okay? If you get to Aunt Susie's house and you're getting into it with Aunt Susie or your mother or your brother-in-law or whoever, okay? Go in the bathroom, take a breather, come out and say, I'm not fighting, okay? It's just not worth it. I'm not fighting with you during the holidays. You know, you don't even have to say that to the other person. Just avoid them, okay? And just start your holiday over. Very important lesson I've learned in life, right? Number 2, practice random acts of kindness, but shh, don't tell anyone. And don't tell anyone. And 3, most importantly, especially during the holidays, because there's a lot of people that don't have anybody, make sure that you reach out to somebody. Maybe reach out to somebody tomorrow or today that doesn't have anybody. You know that they don't have anybody during the holidays. You know, just reach out to them and say, I just want you to know I was thinking of you. And, you know, you never know. Like I always say, you might be putting a smile on their face, or you might be cheering them up, or might be making them feel less, you know, all alone. And you might be, I don't know, making them feel like they have a friend. And also, be kinder to one another, love one another a little bit more. And most importantly, be kinder to yourself and love yourself a little bit more, because if you're kinder to yourself, you'll be kinder to others. And if you're kinder to yourself and you love yourself, if you're kinder to yourself, why can't I get this out? If you're kinder to yourself and you love yourself a little bit more, then you'll be kinder to others and you will love others. You'll be kinder to, I don't know. Okay, why can't I get this out? If you're kinder, this is like my old outro that was like 9 minutes long. If you're kinder to yourself and you love yourself a little bit more, then, okay, be kinder to yourself and love yourself a little bit more, because, be kinder to yourself and love yourself a little bit more, because if you're kinder to yourself and you love yourself a little bit more, then you will be kinder to others and you will love others more as well. God. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and I will see you on Tuesday back on many of my channels. And have a great holiday, or have a great Sunday and Monday, whatever it is that you're doing. And I love you guys, and I'll see you then. Bye. Love you. Oh, and for those that just happen to hang around, we wish you a Merry Christmas and one more I love you. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye. Love you. Merry Christmas, Lena, and everybody else.